Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And here we are at today 10 of the 2019 Whiskey Advent Calendar. So we've been tasting these samples blind of various malts, ryes, who knows what, from around the world. And today we need to break into the space of number 10, which I saw as a big hole where it's easy to see the label. So maybe I'll just leave it over here and break in kind of from the side. So if you like the reviews that you've been seeing on this channel of the Whiskey Advent Calendar, or fresh cheeses, or honey, or one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer, then please leave a like down below. Leave a comment, leave a question, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell to get notified when the new videos come out on Mondays and Thursdays, except in December, where they come out every day up through the 24th. And this hole number 10 is about to be opened and the whiskey pulled out. Oh, and there's the label face up there. I didn't really see much of it, but I'm going to twist it around so much less is visible. Oh, I can use that little sidearm on the wax top. There's a string there. It's letting me manipulate it. And here it goes into the glass. I still haven't seen the label. Saw there were some letters, but I didn't see what any of them were really. One more drop. Just get all of it. We don't have much to go on here with 30 milliliters. And I'm putting the bottle into this little lens hood, so I can't see the side of it. So, ooh, that's a nice color. Deep yellow, deep amber, and not very brown. So that's promising. Doesn't look like it's artificially colored. But we're going to go into the smell and taste of this whiskey and see if I can figure out what it is. Put together a story, a profile, a likely candidate. So on the nose, definitely malty. I sure am thinking Scotland. Just a straight up nice malt. No smoke. No sherry finish that I can tell yet. My nose is not going to tell me the ABV, so there's no point in me trying to guess it from the smell. It's just a nice malt that makes me think Speyside or Highland without a lot of funky stuff. Yeah, it's definitely malty, a bit of honey, maybe lighter fruity notes, but they're not really jumping out. It would be something like pears or apples, but they're not real strong. There's a hint of a buttery shortbread note, but that's pretty faint also. I'll do a couple more smells and then move on to the taste. The majority of these have been malts so far, with maybe one rye and that's all I remember. No, nothing new really coming out. So my bias is towards Scotch. Let's do a taste. Wow. Wow, that is a strong malty taste with some saltiness and marine notes. So it's making me think Clynelish or Old Pulteney or something on a coast, where it doesn't get peated, it doesn't get sherry cast, or sherry finished, or sherry matured, but just matured on a coast where there's lots of ocean air. That seemed really salty on the first sip. So there's a number of scotches that could be, and other malts from around the world. I don't know them all. I don't have a catalog in my head. It's interesting. It's tasty. Really strong. I'd say 45 to 50 ABV. And the flavors have a lot of punch. They're strong. So that's what's... It's not just the heat of the ABV, but it's carrying so much flavor. It's got to be a higher proof. Maybe deceptively. Oh man. Salty, buttery, malty. Malty and salty. Very nice. There's the slightest hint of a citrus note, like a orange zest, a lemon zest, a ginger, the peel or zest from something that's a little buzzy, a little effervescence, a little abrasive. That's a nice note. It's something you want in there once in a while. So I'm thinking Old Pulteney and Clynelish are great candidates for this taste. What I'm getting on the palate matches up with those. I've got a couple of bottles of each one, I'd say. So a little water before I drink too much. And see if anything else comes out. Nose or palate. Maybe a bit fruitier, a little sweeter maybe. Might be fooling myself. Oh, it lightened up the maltiness, lightened up the salt. The marine notes don't seem as obvious. There are no seaweed, no oysters. Maybe I was fooling myself. Maybe it struck me as salt when it really wasn't. There's much less of that now. Still slightly funky, but solidly in the Speyside or Highland region. Huh. Or some other part of the world where Scotch might be their model or their tradition. That is good. Still reminds me of salt. It's very malty. That buttery shortbread is still there. It just changed the proportions a little bit. Shifted things around, but those are still the same notes. So I like it. It's pretty high quality. I'd guess Scotch could be, obviously could be some European or Asian malt where they take the same care. And there's not a whole lot of things to go on. It's only moderately complex. It's just a rich, strong flavor. It's so good. I'm not going to be able to guess a distillery or even a region. This could be from 3 or 4 of the regions of Scotland for sure. So let's go ahead and do that reveal. GlenDronach, 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. And I hold this up as a sherry bomb all the time, and I did not get the sherry. I got salty, rich, complex, buttery, shortbread, everything but sherry. And I'm telling all my friends, this is like a sherry bomb. It's like It's like Aberlour, Abunad, except for a lower ABV. And I did not get those sherry notes. Oh man, this is so embarrassing. So, but can't be denied. That's what the label says. So there you go. I can just dump out my GlenDronach 12, my GlenDronach 18, because I don't know what's in them, apparently. Had a couple other drams tonight, but they shouldn't be fighting or conflicting with these. A couple were sherries, a couple were bourbons. I was just warming up my palate, and I got all the notes I should have gotten on all those earlier ones. So this is interesting. So the Scotch is really good. The malt is wonderful. But the complexity was not interpreted as sherry when I didn't know what it was. So there you go. There's a lot to be said for blind tasting. What you think you like might not be what you really like, or what you really detect, or what you really pick up. So taste some of your favorite things blind, and you might get different answers or be surprised by your responses. So as I said before, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, and come back for the next one that we're doing blind again. So Merry Christmas.